every time with, oh, I need new gear, I need a new light, I need a new mic, I need a new this to do that, I need a new lens to do this. And if you approach every single obstacle with, I need a new piece of gear, you're going to be wasting a ton of money. You're not going to get any better at the skill that's actually driving profit or results for you. I'm going to tell you something you don't want to hear, which is, no, you don't need that new camera. You don't need the new FX3. You don't need the DJI Osmo, whatever the hell is coming out. And trust me, I love Sony. This is a Sony. That's a Sony. I love their cameras as much as I would love the FX3, FX6, which I'm not going to lie, I will be getting it at some point. I haven't made that jump and invested in those yet, right? I'll tell you exactly why. So this week, I'm getting a ton of people hitting me up for some reason. I don't know what it's about this week. But a ton of people have been hitting me up. Hey, bro, yo, what camera should I get? What camera should I get? I want to make content. What camera should I get? Oh, I want to vlog. Oh, I want to get a new camera for my business because I want to create content for my business. Sorry, I literally just recorded this whole video and it didn't record. So now my throat is dry. But anyways, a ton of people ask me about what camera they should get, right? And I'll tell you exactly the response that I've told them. I've told all these people. This is what I said. You got an iPhone? Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course you have an iPhone. Everyone has an iPhone. If you have an iPhone, I want you to download this app right here. This is the Blackmagic app. Get it on iPhone. It's free. And the special thing about this app is that you can control all the settings on your phone. It overrides all the camera settings on your phone. So you can control the shutter speed, the ISO, the white balance, the frame rate. If you don't know what any of this is, if you're new into cameras and this is why you want a camera, even better. All of these settings are the same settings that you would find on your typical camera that you want to invest in so bad and you want to waste thousands of dollars on. And the thing is, if you invest in a camera and then you overload yourself with all these new things that you don't understand how to use, you're going to feel like it was a waste of an investment and you're probably not really going to use it. So if you learn how to do this on the iPhone, that will make you 10 times better when you actually get the camera. And the whole point of this, is to say, like, take full advantage of the resources that you have available to you. Because if you approach, you're going to set yourself up for failure if you approach every time with, oh, I need new gear. Oh, I need a new light. I need a new mic. I need a new this to do that. I need a new lens to do this. If you approach every single obstacle within, whether you're, again, filmmaker, content creator, videographer, run a marketing agency that, I mean, every marketing agency does a video now. And if you approach every single obstacle with, I need a new piece of gear, you're going to be wasting a ton of money all the time. And it's not even just about the money. You're not going to get any better at the skill that's actually driving profit or results for you. So this is what I'll tell you what I hear a lot of the time. Like I said in the beginning, like a lot of the time I always hear like, oh, my camera's just terrible in low light. If I had this camera and this lens, like, oh, my stuff would be so crisp. Or once I get this lens or then it'll make me take content creation so seriously. And again, this is just a mind, like a frame of mind that is going to just set you up for failure. What it usually is, this is what I think. I think most of the time it's one of three things. Most of the time it's either you don't know how to actually source clients. So you think that like more or better gear equals more or better clients, when that's just not true. That's false. Number two is you haven't actually exhausted your creative mind. So you have to go back to the drawing board. You have to see what's available to you, and you have to figure out a way to achieve the look that you're going for with what you have access to. That's because that's just going to ultimately make you better at your craft. If you can achieve this look or this thing. And like when I was younger, I didn't have any like I have a lot of cool lights now. All right, because I've reinvested into my business. After I've been profitable, I've done that. But when I was younger and I was just making stupid videos and stupid skits with my friends, and I obviously didn't have the money to invest in those things, I remember literally like getting like can lights or like taking out light bulbs from the wall, from the ceiling to take out light from areas and just doing all these makeshift things. And what that did, that made me so much better at my craft because it made me understand little odds and ends that I wouldn't have if I would have just gotten the gear and the solution to the thing right off rip. It makes you think in such a different way, right? And then number 3 is just you're just not good enough yet. You haven't put in the 10,000 hours to actually become good at your craft. And this kind of brings me to the entire point of the video. The entire point of the video is that the only thing that is going to directly drive results or profit, if you're thinking of this in like a business sense, it's not going to be your gear. Because if you buy a Sony FX3, right, put it on your table, it doesn't just start printing you money. You don't just get like Instagram. It doesn't bring you to 10K a month, bro. Like it doesn't just like, that's not how it works. The only thing that actually drives profit or drives results, if you're not looking at, if you're more like a filmmaker and you're just looking to create something creative, the only thing that directly drives results is your knowledge your knowledge and how developed you are within your skill niche or whatever you want to call it. So that's why it's extremely important that you do flex that creative mind and you don't just go automatically to just buying new gear all the time, buying new toys, like, because that doesn't make you exercise your mind. You have to do things like getting the app on the phone, right, before you actually get the actual camera. Because if you do that, you're going to be thinking in a much different way than if you just got the camera that's really good in low light. Because one day you're probably not going to have that, or it's just not going to progress you or develop you in the same way as it would if you didn't immediately have access to that. So I highly recommend, coming full circle, get the Blackmagic app. I mess around with it. Another cool tool I'll show you guys too that I picked up. I actually got one of these variable ND filters, right? And I throw it on here. It's super dope. And I have cameras. I have good cameras. I could easily go use good cameras. But I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. Let me learn what this is like. And I shot a ton of footage when I was in New York on the iPhone. And I'll put some of those clips in here. But I mean, like, even like shooting on the iPhone isn't like how it used to be. Like, you literally have a great camera in your pocket. So it's not like how it was back in the day. When I was little, I used to shoot on, because I've been shooting forever. I've been shooting since I was like 10. I used to shoot on webcams on the laptop. I used to get people's iPods, my friends' iPods, if they had, some of them didn't have cameras on them, but if they did have cameras on them, I would use those, and I would shoot on whatever I can get my hands on. But I mean, nowadays, iPhone 17 Pro Max shoots 4K, ProRes, RAW, open gate. Like you have a very great camera in your pocket. So yeah. With that being said, download the Blackmagic app, and the whole point of this is hone in on your craft, put in those 10,000 hours, develop yourself, put yourself in hard situations where you don't have access to the best gear. And that's what's really going to differentiate you in the long run and make you more valuable as a fill in the blank content creator, videographer, marketer, whatever it is. So it's educating. And with that being said, we have a free SKOOL community. So hit that in the bio, and it's just a ton of us, a ton of filmmakers, content creators, marketers, people who just love cameras and love to learn about this stuff. We all get in group discussions, group calls, just boost each other. So if you're into that type of thing, join up. And yeah.